Hello, RMIS 5th grade. This video is for everybody in the orchestra. We're going to be going over our 3 songs for our concert, and those are Hot Cross Buns, Au Clair de la Lune, and Buckeye Salute. You can find those on page 20 and 21. Okay, we're just going to rep through them today and do something we haven't done in a while. At the end, we're going to play through our D major scale, so we're going to review that. It's important that you know about that. Also, you're going to be getting a Google Meet the Teacher kind of thing for RMS 6th grade for next year. So, of course, you're going to have my slide on there. We'll talk about what that looks like at the end, too. Okay? So, go ahead and get your instruments ready. I've got my violin, and I've got Louise over here. She's ready to go as soon as I get her in pin out. I'm going to be switching back and forth between these instruments. There we go. That should be enough. Alright, here we go. So this is Hot Cross Buns. And on the previous videos, we kind of broke these down. So if you need to go back and review and check those out, that's okay. You go for it. But we know we only use our D string, and we're using D, E, and F sharp. Okay? Here we go. Hot Cross Buns. There is a repeat. 1, 2, ready, and lift, and 8th note. D, 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 D. Repeat, and lift, set, settle. Ready, 8th note. Okay, how'd you do? If you need to go back and review that or play that again, go for it. If you are ready to move on to Au Clair de la Lune, we will do that. I am going to play the violin for this one as well. So remember, this is andante. Andante means slowly, a slow walking pace. This is pretty slow. 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So remember the and of 2, we add our first finger E. So we have 3 D 8th notes and then 1 E. Here we go. No repeat. Nice and slow. Open D is where we start. 1 and 2 and ready, play, and 1 and 2 and 3, lift, set, settle, same thing. D, D, E, F, E, D, F, E, D. Alright, how many got by that D to F sharp, right? In the second measure and fourth measure? D, F, E, E, D. Open 2, 1, 1, open for violin, viola, cello is open, 3, 1, 1, open, bass, so sorry guys, open, 4, 1, 1, open, and remember bass, it's so important that we're keeping this hand shape, okay, this hand shape right here. These 3 guys are friends, this one, it's okay, he's a friend, but he's kind of a loner, right? Alright, Buckeye Salute, and I'm going to switch over to Louise. So we just get that cello sound too. Oh my goodness. Okay. She sounds pretty. Here we go. Buckeye Salute. Now, we know the rhythms are the same for each line. So if we counted it through, it would count the same way for each line. 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3, lift. But we're slowly coming down either from D, high D, 3 fingers for violins, violas, 4 for cello, and we're shifted 3rd position for bass, right? High D up here. And in the second line, we start on open D, and slowly make our way back up to high D, which is where we end. Remember, go ahead and scan. Look at that second measure. A, F sharp, G. You got to be ready for that. Da, da, da. See that in the second measure on the quarter notes? A, F sharp, and then G is the first note of the third measure. Looking on, G, 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 F, F, jump down to open D. Don't forget those. And remember, we have that kind of turn in the second measure of the second line. G, B, A. Okay, here we go. Buckeye Salute, and it's a moderato. 1, 2, and ready. Jump. That's a little second line. A, B, B, D, C, 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 D. So really quick, I know that was really fast for most of us. We're not quite ready for that tempo, and that's okay. We're going to do it one more time, but before I do that, let's review real quick. Let's go to that second measure. So we're on B. One finger for everyone on the A string, except the basses had to go from here in third position to C sharp all the way back to, you're at 4 fingers on the G string for B, right? All right, here we go. The second measure, this is, let me get the pitch. B, 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 A, F sharp, G. B, 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 A, F. There it is. Yeah. Sorry, it was low. All right, here we go. Second measure is where we're going to start, and I want to play B, 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 A, F sharp, G. Da, 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 dum. Ready? 1 and 2, second measure, first line, and B, 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 A. Okay, now I'm keeping my fingers back so you can see what I'm doing here. Make sure cellos, violins, when we're holding our instrument, don't curl your fingers under, don't pull your fingers back, cellos. I'm just doing this so you can see kind of what's going on up here. Another spot that might have given you some trouble, it's probably the second line, second measure, which we start on F sharp. G, B, A. 3, 1, open for violin, violas, right? For bass, open, 4, 1, not too bad. For cellos, it's a little wonky. 4, 1, open, and remember, if I drop my wrist just a little bit, it doesn't have to be this drastic. 4, 1, see how I'm just barely dropping? My first finger is going from here to here, from here to here. That's all it needs. It doesn't. You don't have to relift. So if you do that, probably gonna get that sound, right? Okay. Here we go. This is Buckeye Salute one more time. Okay, one more time, and it is quicker, and it's moderato. It's a nice, steady tempo. 1, 2 starts on high D. 1, 2, and ready, and D, 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 C, 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 B, 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 A, F sharp, G, 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 F, F, D, E, 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 D. Lift, set, settle, second line. D, 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 E, 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 F, 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 G, B, A, B, B, D, C, C, C. Okay, how'd you do? I hope you did well. Those are the 3 songs that we would absolutely 100% need for a spring concert. Next is our D major scale. So if we remember, we start on open D, and we just go up, the notes that we know, if that makes sense. So if I play D, the very next note has to be E, the very next note has to be F sharp, then finally G, right? Here we go. Half notes. So these get 2 beats. So if we're going D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C sharp, D. gotta come back down, because what goes up must come down. Here we go. Open D. 1 and 2, 2 beats each, and D, E, F sharp, move your bow over to the A, B, bass shift, C sharp, D back down to C sharp, bass is B, A, get ready, jump, G, F, E, D. Now the D major scale is really important, okay? And it's important because a lot of our music, especially in 6th grade and early on, uses the D major scale. So before I go, I want to talk to you about two things. One, remember, I'm uploading on Wednesdays for RMIS. So if you're seeing this, you know, if you're logging on because you have class on Mondays and you're like, wait, the video's not there. I'm doing it on Wednesday because we started on a Wednesday, our school year. So in my mind, our weeks at RMIS start Wednesday on. That's when I start introducing new material to classes usually. I know that doesn't make a lot of sense, but in my brain, I can't stop it from thinking that way. Also, this does give me a little bit of time to prepare for you all because, as you know, I teach orchestra 4 through 12, and there's 50 or 51 students, so it's a lot. This kind of gives me a chance over the weekend to grade and catch up with everything else that's going on, and then I can really focus my energy on you guys. So let's talk 6th grade, 5th grade. Unfortunately, there's no tour as of right now. We don't know what's going on. We just know that we're sequestered. We're in quarantine, at least until April 20th at the time of uploading this video. So, that being said, you're going to get Google Forms from Mr. Casto, and he is your new guidance counselor at the middle school. Now, plot twist, Mr. Casto was my middle school band director, so I have the utmost faith in that man. He's fantastic, and you're going to be very lucky to have him. I know you'll miss Miss Wheeler, but you're very lucky to be able to walk into a school and have such a loving guidance counselor in Mr. Casto, too. But he's going to be sending some stuff out about signing up for classes. So you're going to see it on the slide, but I'm also going to do my pitch here like I always do, okay? So, 6th grade orchestra, what's different? One, you have a cubby with your name on it. So you're going to keep your instrument at school all week. You can take it home. You're more than welcome to. But basses, cellos, you don't have to travel with them back and forth. Violins, violas. It's a little bit easier for you to get on a bus and off the bus with a violin, viola, but you don't have to carry yours back and forth either. You can. I have a lot of kids that take theirs home almost every day, which is fantastic. It's a great habit to get into, so you can take it home and practice. But, again, you'll have your own cubby at the middle school. If you're in 6th grade orchestra, as of right now, you see me second period. And what happens is we meet in the cafeteria, and then we actually walk over to the high school, because the 6th grade orchestra is almost so big that we can't fit in the middle school. It's the truth. We'll have teacher assistants next year, which will be senior class members who will help during our time. We're going to go over tuning, different ways of tuning. We're going to go over advanced techniques, things like that. Violins, violas, and cellos, you're going to start shifting and hopefully vibrato. So that's the first two things we tackle. You'll learn a couple new scales and some different time signatures. Believe it or not, not everything in music is in 4/4. There's a lot of stuff that's not in 4/4. A good example is Carol of the Bells. It's actually in 3/4, which means the top number tells us how many and the bottom number tells us what gets the beat. So there's 3, 4, 4 quarter notes. It's like 4/4. 4/4, we know there's 4 quarter notes in the measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. 1, 3, 4, there's 3 quarter notes. I can't do that. I'm sorry. There's 3 quarter notes in a measure, and the quarter note gets the beat. I know it sounds a little confusing, but think of Carol of the Bells. Bum 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 bum. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. 1. We're going to talk about stuff like that. We will still stay in our book for quite a while. we'll pick up right where we left off in 5th grade, and you will be surprised how fast we not only get out of the book, but we're going to start learning sheet music, which means full pages of music. And I know that sounds scary, but getting to see you guys every day, you'll be really surprised how fast you'll move. My 6th grade this year is top notch. They've worked so hard, and they're doing fantastic. And I have no doubt that this 5th grade, when you all are 6th grade, you're going to be fantastic too. Of course, it's always nice to see a friendly and familiar face, which hopefully I'm both friendly and familiar to you. So it'll be great to see you on a daily basis. And that's kind of my pitch. So if you're wanting to stay in orchestra, yay! If you're not, you'll need to let Mr. Casto know, or myself. As far as the instrument returns with Baroque, I don't know how they're going to do that for a while. It's probably something that's going to have to wait until after the summer, just because, you know, they may not want to take instruments back from all over the nation right now, and I can't blame them for that. So if you're a parent listening or watching, that is a possibility as well, just so you know. I don't know how they're going to handle that. They haven't told us. But, you know, if you choose to not continue on, I understand. You know, there's no hard feelings there. Just let me know so I know what to plan for. I hope you choose to come on, though. I hope you choose to go forward, and, you know, this is a unique experience that you can do for half your life. Up until graduation, you can play an instrument for half of your life, which is pretty cool. And I am the teacher at the middle school and high school. So as of right now, you'll have me for 9 years of your life, which is, it's cool. It's very cool. My 7th grade right now is the first group I started. And so to think of them being itty bitty babies, and now they're slightly larger itty bitty babies, it's kind of cool to see them grow and go on and do what they do. So that being said, if you have any questions about 6th grade orchestra, expectations, what's going on, you just let me know. And if you have any other things, any other comments, or questions, or, you know, whatever, you can email me. Always email. That's the best way. Even these days, email. And that is drew.stowers@russellInd.kyschools.us. And I'll try to put my email in the description below. So it's great seeing you guys. I hope you're practicing. If you're having trouble tuning, YouTube is a wonderful, beautiful tool, and just do your best. And I'm so sorry, guys. Hopefully everything is fine-tuned or tuned. Don't go a week without tuning your instrument. Don't do it. It would be a terrible idea, because it'll just keep falling and falling, and you won't know how to fix it. Okay, this video is getting long. I miss your faces. I hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see you again soon.